Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Scott Schell and I'm a specialist in the Germanic languages. I have a PhD in Germanic linguistics from the University of California, Berkeley, an MA in linguistics from Wayne State University, and a bachelor's degree in German. And today what I would like to do is go ahead and discuss part 11 of the Old Saxon personal names. So these names were actually recorded in the Old Saxon speaking area and are not necessarily found in the Heliand itself. And so what I'll go ahead and do, like I do with all of my other videos dealing with personal names in the Old Saxon series anyhow, is give you the attested form of the name and then the reconstructed Heliand form, and then go ahead and give you the name in runes. And these names are recorded between roughly the years 700 and 1000 CE. Our first name today is going to be Uuîggêr. Uuîlfheri. This is literally wolf army or wolf host, and this name was specifically recorded for a man. And so this name is obviously someone who accompanies the host. It is also someone who has a wolfish disposition. Sometimes the qualities of a wolf can be good, like as you see in the word like Uuîggêr, but a wolfish disposition was not always necessarily a good quality among the Scandinavians. And in fact, more often than not, it's referring to someone who is sort of not truthful, right? He's sort of an opportunist. It's someone who exists outside of the community, as we see, for example, in the Eddic materials, where one should not be a wolf in a holy place, or literally in a vey. Another example is in the saga of the Volsungs, when Atli is said to have wolfish thoughts when he attempts to invite Gunnar and Hogni to a feast so he may win the Nibelungen treasure. Our second name today is going to be Wulfraven. Wulfraven. This is literally wolf, raven, and this name was specifically recorded for a man. This is an interesting combination in terms of hunting imagery, since the raven and the wolf often work together when it comes to hunting food. It may also connote a sort of traditional poetic imagery of warfare, like the feeder of wolves and ravens. And there are all kinds of references throughout the Germanic materials where these Germanic heroes are literally feeding the wolves or feeding the ravens, meaning that they are going to go into battle. And of course, Odin is also associated with the wolves and the ravens. We see in the Eddic material that he has Geri and Freki, and then of course he has Hugin and Munin, and he actually gives his food to Geri and Freki, while Odin himself lives on wine alone. And for our third name today, we have Wulfrat. Wulfrat. This is literally wolf reed, and this name was recorded for a female. The word rat itself in the Heliand is actually a neuter, meaning either a man or a woman could take on this name. However, the recorded form ends in an A, and we do know that with that particular A there, that the intention was to make this name for a woman. If you wanted to make this name more masculine, you would just go ahead and throw an O on the end of it. If you want to actually make it more feminine, of course, just throw on an A. But as far as like the Heliand form, if you did want something more neutral, like I was saying in my previous video, the word angel could be used for either a man or a woman, whereas Angelo is specifically for a man and Angela is for a woman. You could just go ahead and leave this name alone with rat, not put an ending on it, and it gives it that sort of like neutral quality. And number 4 on our list today is Waldwulf. Waldwulf. This is literally power wolf. The recorded Latinized ending US informs us that this was recorded for a man. So this is one who is powerful and also possesses the qualities of a wolf. And so if you've been listening to what I said about the wolf raven or the Wulfraven and the qualities of the wolf as it is discussed there is nothing new to really add to this name. For our 5th name today, we have Uuîggêr. Uuîggêr. This is literally power heri, or power host, or power army. And this name was specifically recorded for a man. So this name is for someone who is powerful and belongs to the host, as in possibly even the ghostly host, as in Odin himself and the riders in the Wild Hunt. Of course, it could also refer to someone who is just a part of the army or the host in general here in Midgard. Wald itself could also even be translated as ruler, and so it could be the sort of like ruler, host, drocht, and leadership sort of name. To that end, it's a good name for someone with sovereign qualities. So our sixth name today is going to be Waning. Waning. This is literally Hope Ing, as in possibly a descendant of Ing or someone who worships Ing. And this name was specifically recorded for a man. So this is one who has the qualities of Wunyo, or someone who is hopeful, and someone who is also descended from Ing. And of course, this is someone who could be descended from Ing or someone who just worships Ing or possibly both. But as far as the hope part is concerned, this is directly tied to Wunya, or proto-Germanic Wunyo, as in the W rune. And so it could mean delight or bliss or friend or joy. And for our seventh name today, we have Warmund. Warmund. And this name literally means true protector. And it was recorded for a man. So this is a name for someone who is steadfast and a protector. The first part of this name, War, is actually related to German Wahr, meaning true. Similarly, it's even related to the word Var, as in the Old Norse goddess mentioned in Thrymskvida. And this goddess was responsible for consecrating marriages. And our eighth name today is going to be Wheel. Wheel. This is literally Holy One, and this name was specifically recorded for a man. In our case, since this is a clear masculine form, it would be understood as more of like a Gothi. The Githya form would be Wiya with an A. And for those of you who don't know what the difference is between a Gothi and a Githya in the Old Norse language is someone who's a sort of like male heathen priest, and a Githya is a female heathen priest in the Old Norse language. In this case, since it's a personal name, this is probably for someone who is more of like a Gothi. The Githya form would actually be Wiya with an A, meaning the sort of feminine form for the Holy One. And because this name is Wheel, this definitely has some sort of like ritualistic quality to it, and it is again directly related to Old Norse Ve, in which case means like a sacred grove or some sort of sacred space. And for our ninth name today, we have the famous Widukind. And Widukind's name literally means wood child. So this name is for someone who grew up in the woods, at least according to this kenning, which is actually wolf. So, in other words, what is a wood child? It is a wolf. As we even see, for example, in the old Norwegian rune poem, where it says that a wolf grows up in the woods. However, in this context, what it really means is that someone who has been rejected by society, at least, again, that's what these sort of wolfish qualities mean. However, of course, in Widukind's case, this is probably someone who is living outside of societal norms in the sense of even going against the Franks. He's kind of going against the grain. He wants to fight against the oncoming of Christianity, and he is going to be that outsider who says, no, we are not going to be Christian. Yes, we are going to remain heathen, but in that sense, he is also sort of being an outsider to sort of not being absorbed and converted to the oncoming Franks. And so actually, in a sense, his name is a great name for someone who is going against the norms. It's a great name for someone who is going against convention, right? We are not going to be Christian. We are not going to subsume. We are going to fight against what we are, quote unquote, supposed to do. That we are supposed to, assimilate to Christianity. We are supposed to assimilate with the Franks. And so this name, in this case of it being an outsider in a sort of positive perspective, does actually ring true in the sense of someone who is going to stand their ground and not conform to societal norms. And for our final name today, we have Uuîggêr. Uuîggêr. This is literally battle spear. And the Latinized US ending here in the attested form tells us that this was recorded for a man. The reconstructed form that I've provided to you here is also for a man. So this is a name for someone who is ready for battle and possesses a spear. Of course, that spear is also associated with Odin and all kinds of other acts of war. This is a name for someone with second function military qualities. Alright everyone, well I hope you enjoyed this next installment. We have one more video after this as far as the Old Saxon personal names are concerned. And after that video, I'm going to actually go ahead and focus on a little bit of Old High German material. So go ahead and comment below. Let me know if you have any questions. And please like the video and share this video with whomever might enjoy it. Thanks, and I'll see y'all soon.